Welcome to another edition of The Story Behind the Car. We're with Steve and his 1961 Ford Ranchero, and it looks pretty much stock, except, well, maybe it's got a little bit wider rear tire on it, maybe a slightly different interior, maybe a different engine, maybe a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
So, Steve, what color is the paint?
2018 Jeep Wrangler Sahara Sand.
Sahara Sand.
Yes.
It's gorgeous. And what motor does it have?
302.
302.
Yes.
And so I was asking you, I was born in 61, and you said you were born in 61, and I said I had a question, I was going to put you on the spot.
Go ahead.
So in 1961, if you take 61 and turn it upside down, did you know it's 1961?
I do now.
You do now, all right.
What relevance does that have? That's a good.
Because it's like not for another 400 years that you can
really?
turn it doesn't
Turn it
happen.
upside down.
Yeah, turn it upside down.
I knew we were special.
Yes.
Yes.
So I got to ask you, Steve, tell me about your oil pan. I saw that when I walked up.
It's a deep dump oil pan. They no longer make it. And this car had this motor in it when I got it.
Okay.
It didn't look anything like this whatsoever. And I've rebuilt the motor, the rear end, the entire interior, but it had that deep sump oil pan. And I believe it's I'm sorry, I can't think of the name of the oil pan, but they no longer make them. As you can see it.
Okay, and can I ask you to hold the mic up?
Yes, sir.
It works better when you hold it up by your mouth.
I got you.
So why is it a deep sump? So you get more oil in the engine?
8 quarts of oil.
Oh, 8 quarts, wow.
It holds 8 quarts, yeah.
Holy cow.
And I guess when you're over revving it, it doesn't suck as much oil up, so you've got a reservoir down there, so you got 3 extra quarts.
Now, did you paint it?
I did all the body work. I did not paint it, but me and a friend did all the body work on it.
Yeah.
And finding parts for a 61 Falcon Ranchero is pretty tough. It's not like you can buy them aftermarket.
Yeah.
I searched a lot. I bought a couple quarter panels out of Pacific Train Town.
Yeah.
I bought a couple quarter panels out of Tennessee. Ford, a guy had them.
Okay.
We put them on and used the same doors and fenders. And this is a re-chrome bumper, so they don't make these anymore.
Okay. I had a 65 Ranchero 2-door wagon.
Oh, really?
But
that wouldn't have been a Ranchero. It would have been a 2-door wagon.
It was a Ranchero 2-door wagon. It even had the
wagon.
Yes, it was
a Ranchero. No such thing as a 2-door wagon.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Because it had this on the seat. There was like miniature, and it was called a Ranchero.
It was a wagon.
Yes. Is the Ranchero only the? I know later the Ranchero.
Ranchero's the only thing with a bed on it.
Okay.
It's like this, yeah. The wagons had the same tailgate, 60 through 65.
Okay.
And you may have had a 65 Ranchero tailgate on it. Because this is actually a 65 wagon tailgate on here.
Oh, is it really?
That I took the guts out of.
Okay.
To make it fit on there.
I'll have to go through. I got my folder on it.
Yeah.
I sold the car years ago.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was a Ranchero, but I'll look.
No,
what you're saying makes sense because it's like the El Camino.
They had the same tailgate on wagons and Rancheros.
Okay. And so what's the tire and the wheel combination on the back?
Billet Specialties, 15 by 15, 31 18.5 Hoosier tires.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they're deep.
Yeah. And can I open the door, Steve?
Sure.
Yeah. Wow.
And these are TMI seats you can buy from TMI. And a fellow up in St. Charles, Top Stitch Interiors, did my door panels. And this is kind of a neat little thing no one will ever see unless you see it. Let's see what he did back here on my back panel.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, originally, how deep did that go? Just a couple more, maybe
another 4 inches back.
Okay. Is that where the spare was?
Yes, exactly. And I built this panel to put the speakers in there and kind of drew it out a little bit. Yeah. But that's kind of neat what he did right there. No one ever sees that.
I'll make sure I shoot it.
Top Stitch Interiors in St. Charles.
Okay. And
Jerry is his fellow's name.
That interior really pops with the red.
I kind of did it backwards. Instead of making the car red, the interior tan like everybody would suspect you would do.
Yeah.
I did the outside kind of blah and the inside kind of popping with the red.
And I love your gauge cluster. That's not factory. I guess those are.
No. That's That's I kind of built the gauge cluster. Trains.
Yeah, lots of them come through here.
Yeah.
So I just love the interior. And did the guy in St. Charles do the headliner as well?
No, I put the headliner. He did the door panels, the back panel, and the carpet.
Wow, you did the headliner, you
Yeah.
said? Wow.
It was a little bit of a challenge. I've never did that before, but it turned out pretty good.
It turned out very nice.
Yeah.
So, any quirkiness, something that, I know you showed me the back panel. Anything else we should show before we wrap things up, Steve?
It's just tubbed in the rear end, which all Pro Streets are, but
Yeah.
really nothing to see back there. That's not a train.
No. And I see we got wheel wood brakes on it.
Yeah, I have four-wheel disc, wheel width all the way around with drilled and slotted rotors front and back.
Okay.
It drives like an old car would. I don't have rack and pinion front suspension or nothing under it, but
The engine bay is so nicely detailed.
I kind of tucked all the wires away. I'm no builder, but I kind of did what I could do as far as hiding everything.
Yeah.
And
Well, it looks very nicely detailed.
thank you.
Well, Steve, thank you so much. I love this aluminum grill too. I'm assuming that's aluminum.
Yeah, they were anodized with a coating over them, which after the fact, all this was anodized over the top.
Okay.
So when I first started doing it, I thought, well, I'm going to buff that out. Well, you can't buff anodization off of aluminum.
Yeah.
That's just the way it looks. I mean, it's not polished, but that's the way it should look.
Yes. Well, nicely done.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you again, and thanks for telling us the story behind your car.
You're very welcome.